Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing on one of America's most iconic coins, the Washington quarter dollar. Specifically, we'll be exploring the top 10 most valuable Washington quarters on the market today. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, these coins could have significant value and are worth keeping an eye on. Let's get started. First up, the 1979 Washington quarter, without a mint mark in circulated condition. This silver-looking coin has collectors excited due to its potential value and unique background. So, if you're a collector or just curious about what makes this coin special, stick around because you might have a valuable quarter in your pocket. Let's start with a little history on the Washington quarter. Originally introduced in 1932, this coin was meant to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. From 1932 to 1964, Washington quarters were actually made of 90% silver, giving them a natural silver look and adding some intrinsic value. However, after 1964, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel composition due to rising silver prices, meaning quarters like the 1979 edition aren't actually silver but still have that iconic look. Now, let's focus specifically on the 1979 quarter. You might notice that some quarters have mint marks, like D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, quarters minted in Philadelphia often don't have a mint mark. Now, you may be thinking, if there were so many produced, why would this quarter be valuable? Well, condition is key in coin collecting, and while circulated coins aren't usually as valuable as uncirculated ones, a 1979 Washington quarter in high-grade circulated condition can still attract interest if the coin has well-preserved details and minimal signs of wear. It could increase in value, especially among collectors looking for specific years. So what's the market value of a 1979 Washington quarter without a mint mark in circulated condition? Generally, circulated quarters like this one are worth around face value $255,000. However, quarters that retain strong detail without excessive wear can attract collectors and may fetch a premium. High-grade circulated examples have sold for a few dollars, with pristine uncirculated versions potentially reaching around $500,000, though it may not be a big ticket coin. It's still worth keeping an eye out for well-preserved 1979 quarters, especially if they have unique characteristics like striking errors, which can sometimes increase their value significantly. Keep in mind that any noticeable mint errors, like double die strikes or planchet flaws, can make this quarter much more valuable. These error coins can sell for $760,000 or more, depending on the rarity and type of error. So, if you have a 1979 quarter with unusual features, it could be worth having it appraiser. To sum it up, while the 1979 Washington quarter without a mint mark in circulated condition might not make you a fortune, it's still a notable coin with collector interest. If you happen to have one, check its condition, as that could be the difference between a regular quarter and one that could add a little more to your collection's value. Next up, the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark. It's a coin that's seen in pocket change for years, but there's one detail that makes this coin highly desirable and valuable. If you come across a 1965 quarter that's made of silver, you might just be holding a small fortune. Let's start with some background. The 1965 Washington quarter was a unique year for the quarter in U.S. history. Due to rising silver prices, 1965 was the year the U.S. Mint decided to transition from silver to a copper-nickel clad composition for quarters. By design, no 1965 quarters were supposed to contain silver yet. A small number of them slipped through with the previous 90% silver composition used up until 1964. So, what makes the 1965 silver quarter so valuable? It's a rare error coin. Due to this unintentional minting of silver quarters in 1965, these coins have become highly sought after by collectors. It's estimated that only a handful of silver quarters from 1965 exist, making it one of the rarest post-1964 quarters you could find. Now, let's talk value. If you own a 1965 silver quarter in very good condition, its value can be surprising. While typical 1965 quarters in very good condition usually only carry a face value $200,000. An era silver 1965 quarter is a different story. Depending on the coin's condition and the silver content, collectors may be willing to pay $500,000 for it. The current market value for a 1965 silver quarter ranges from $1 million and sometimes even higher if it's in better condition. So, how can you tell if you've got a silver 1965 quarter? First, examine the coin's edge. Normal 1965 quarters have a copper-nickel-clad composition with a visible copper stripe along the edge. However, if you see no copper edge and the coin has a consistent silver color, it could be a silver error. For added confirmation, weighing the coin is the most effective way. A regular copper-nickel 1965 quarter weighs about 5.67 grams, while a 90% silver quarter weighs slightly more, around 6.25 grams. In summary, while the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark is usually common, the rare silver variant from that year is anything but ordinary. It's a valuable era coin that could add significantly to any collection and bring in a big payday if you're willing to sell. Next up, the 1980 quarter dollar with a D mint mark. If you have one in extra fine condition, you might be sitting on a hidden gem worth a significant amount in today's market. First, let's take a look at the obverse. The 1980 Washington quarter features the iconic profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This particular design has been a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1932, and it reflects Washington's enduring legacy. On the reverse side, we see the majestic eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom, along with the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar. The D mint mark signifies that this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado, which adds to its collectability. Now, let's talk value. In extra fine condition, the 1980 D quarter can be worth anywhere from $480,000, depending on the market demand and the specifics of the coin's condition. But what exactly is an extra fine coin? An extra fine coin will show slight wear on the highest points, but the details should still be sharp, and the overall appearance is quite appealing. Collectors highly value coins in this condition for their aesthetic and historical significance. Coins, like the 1980 Washington quarter with D mint mark, are a perfect example of how the right condition can elevate a coin's market value. Collectors and investors alike are always on the lookout for high-quality pieces to add to their collections. So, if you come across one, it's worth considering its potential value. To maximize the value of your 1980 D quarter, always handle it with care. Use gloves, store it in a protective holder, and avoid cleaning it, as cleaning can significantly diminish its value. Next up, we're diving into the world of Washington quarters, specifically the 1977 issue without a mint mark. You might be surprised to learn that this coin, often overlooked, holds significant value in today's market, even in circulation condition. Let's explore its history, rarity, and what makes it special. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin features a left-facing portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, a design that has remained largely unchanged over the years. By 1977, the United States was still producing coins in significant quantities, but this specific year would mark the last minting of the 40% silver Washington quarter before a shift to copper-nickel compositions began in 1982. However, it's the non-mint marked versions, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, that have garnered attention among collectors. In 1977, the U.S. Mint produced approximately 13.9 million Washington quarters without a mint mark. While this might seem like a substantial number, it's essential to understand the context. Many of these coins ended up in circulation, spending years in pockets, cash registers, and vending machines. As a result, few have survived in good condition. Coins that remain in circulation often bear wear and tear, diminishing their condition. However, those that maintain decent quality can be quite valuable to collectors. Now, let's talk about market value. In recent years, the demand for older coins, particularly those minted in silver, has surged. While the 1977 Washington quarter without a mint mark is not among the rarest of coins, its silver content makes it more desirable than other coins of the same era. As of today, a 1977 Washington quarter in average circulation condition typically sells for around $100,000. However, if you happen to find one that's in better than average condition, perhaps with minimal wear or a nice luster, the value can jump significantly, potentially reaching $400,000 or even more at auction. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that tell a story, and this quarter is no exception. So, how can you identify a 1977 Washington quarter? Look for the following features. The obverse showcases George Washington's profile facing left, and the reverse depicts the eagle with a shield surrounded by the words United States of America and E pluribus unum. To assess its condition, use a magnifying glass to check for wear, scratches, and luster. A well-preserved coin will have sharp details and minimal signs of use. In conclusion, the 1977 Washington quarter without a mint mark may seem ordinary, but its silver content and history make it a treasure worth seeking. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to coin hunting, keep an eye out for these coins in circulation. You might just find a valuable piece of history. Next up, the 1987 Washington quarter dollar with the P mint mark. This coin not only holds historical significance, but also has considerable market value today. Let's explore what makes this quarter so special. The Washington quarter, first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, has become an iconic part of American currency. Design features a left-facing portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, which was updated in 1976 to feature a depiction of the presidential seal. In 1987, the U.S. Mint produced quarters at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The Philadelphia Mint, known for its P mint mark, produced approximately 1.1 billion quarters that year. However, not all 1987 quarters are created equal. The condition of the coin significantly affects its market value. We refer to a coin in excellent condition, we mean that it has minimal wear, retains sharp details, and exhibits a bright, lustrous surface. Collectors are particularly interested in coins that have been well preserved, as they often command higher prices in the market. Now, let's talk about value. As of today, a 1987 Washington quarter with the P mint mark in excellent condition can be valued at around $180,000. However, coins in uncirculated or mint condition can fetch much higher prices, sometimes reaching $230,000 or more at auctions or through private sales. Market demand plays a crucial role in determining the value of these coins. The 1987 quarter, while not the rarest in the Washington series, is sought after by both collectors and investors alike, particularly those who appreciate the quality of the coin and its historical context. Condition is key when it comes to valuing coins. A well-preserved 1987 quarter can be a valuable addition to any collection. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that not only have historical significance, but also show no signs of wear and tear. Additionally, some collectors may pay a premium for coins that have unique features, such as die varieties or errors. While the 1987 Washington quarter is not known for such traits, it's always a good idea to examine your collection closely. You never know what hidden gems might be waiting in your change. If you're thinking about starting or expanding your coin collection, remember to handle your coins with care. Store them in a cool, dry place, preferably in a coin holder or album that protects them from dust and damage. Avoid cleaning coins, as this can diminish their value. Next up, the 1971 Washington quarter with a D mint mark. If you're a coin enthusiast or just starting your collection, you won't want to miss this. First, let's set the stage. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932, celebrating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design, featuring a profile of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, has remained largely unchanged. By the early 1970s, the U.S. Mint was cranking out millions of these coins to meet the demands of the public. In 1971, the Philadelphia Mint produced quarters without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint struck coins that bore the D Mint mark. This specific quarter is unique because of its excellent condition and limited availability, making it a prized find among collectors today. Now, let's take a closer look at the 1971 D Washington quarter. The coin features a stunning rendition of George Washington, and the mint mark D can be found on the obverse, just to the right of his neck. In excellent condition, the details of Washington's features and the eagle on the reverse are sharp and well-defined. Now, let's talk about the value. In today's market, a 1971 D Washington quarter in excellent condition can fetch anywhere from $350,000. To preserve the value of your 1971 D Washington quarter, proper care is essential. Always handle your coins with clean hands or, better yet, wear cotton gloves. Store them in protective holders or capsules to prevent scratching and exposure to air, which can lead to tarnishing. If you're looking to add a 1971 D Washington quarter to your collection, consider visiting local coin shops, attending coin shows, or exploring online marketplaces. Always make sure to purchase from reputable sellers to avoid counterfeits. In conclusion, the 1971 Washington quarter with a D Mint mark is more than just a coin, it's a piece of American history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer, understanding the value and significance of this quarter can enhance your collecting experience. So, keep an eye out in your change, who knows what treasures you might find. Next up, the 1972 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark. This coin has a rich history and is gaining significant attention in the market. So, let's explore its features, condition, and current market value. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Initially, it was a 90% silver coin, but in 1965, it transitioned to a clad composition, which included a copper core and a thin layer of copper nickel. This change was made due to the rising costs of silver. The 1972 Washington quarter features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle grasping arrows and an olive branch on the reverse. This design was created by John Flanagan and has remained largely unchanged since its introduction. Mint marks indicate where a coin was produced. The 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, while those with a D Mint mark were produced in Denver, and those with an S mark in San Francisco. The absence of a mint mark signifies a coin from the Philadelphia Mint, which can affect its rarity and value. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The 1972 Washington quarter, in very good condition, will show signs of wear but should still be recognizable. Coins in this grade typically have moderate to heavy scratches, dull surfaces, and flat areas where the design has worn down. However, collectors still value them for their historical significance. Now, let's talk about the market. As of today, a 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark in very good condition can fetch a surprising price. While it may not be a top-tier collectible like other rarer coins, it's currently valued between $439,000 depending on demand and market conditions. However, some collectors are willing to pay even more for coins that are in better than average condition or those that exhibit unique features. So why do collectors find the 1972 Washington quarter so appealing? For many, it represents an accessible entry point into the world of coin collecting. It's a piece of American history, easily available, and offers a chance to appreciate the craftsmanship of U.S. coinage. Moreover, as more people take an interest in collecting, the demand for these quarters may increase, potentially driving up their value. In conclusion, the 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark may not be the rarest coin in existence, but it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. With its accessible price point and iconic design, it's a great addition to any collection. Next up, the 1983 quarter with a P mint mark. We'll explore its history, features, and current market value, especially for those in very good condition. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Initially designed by John Flanagan, the coin has undergone several design changes, but the obverse has remained largely the same, featuring a profile of Washington. The reverse side has seen various designs, with the most common featuring the American eagle. The 1983 quarter is part of a series that primarily depicts a majestic eagle on the reverse, symbolizing freedom and strength. Now, let's get specific. The 1983 quarter with a P mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This was significant because it marked the first time the Philadelphia Mint included a mint mark on coins since 1979, indicating that the quarter was produced there. The 1983 quarter features the same iconic design, George Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. But what makes this coin special? It's not just its age, but also its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. A coin in very good condition will have noticeable wear, but significant details are still visible. On a 1983 Washington quarter in very good condition, you might see some wear on the high points of the design, but the overall imagery remains clear. This grading is critical because it influences the coin's market value. Collectors and investors alike often seek out coins that are in the best possible condition, as they tend to hold their value better over time. As of today, the market value for a 1983 Washington quarter with a P mint mark in very good condition can range from $200,000 depending on the specific details of the coin, such as its wear and any unique characteristics it might have. However, prices can fluctuate based on demand and market trends. Coins in better condition or with unique features may fetch even higher prices. If you're looking to buy or sell this quarter, consider visiting local coin shops, coin shows, or online platforms like eBay or heritage auctions. Always ensure you're dealing with reputable sellers and buyers, and consider getting your coin appraised if you believe it has special value. In conclusion, the 1983 Washington quarter with a P mint mark is more than just a piece of change. It's a collectible that carries historical significance and potential market value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, understanding coins like these can greatly enhance your collection. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1980, specifically the one with the P mint mark. We'll explore its significance, unique features, and why it holds a surprising market value today, even in circulation condition. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed by John Flanagan, this quarter features a portrait of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Over the decades, the design has remained largely unchanged, solidifying its status as a beloved symbol of American currency. Fast forward to 1980, the quarter continued its legacy, but this year is particularly noteworthy for several reasons. The 1980 Washington quarter was produced by the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by its P mint mark. It is composed of 91.67% copper and 8.333% nickel, giving it a distinctive silver-like appearance. Each quarter weighs 6.25 grams and has a diameter of 24.26 mm. Now, let's look closely at the details. The obverse features Washington's profile, while the reverse showcases the eagle perched on a branch. What's important to note is that despite its circulation status, collectors often seek out coins with clear mint marks and minimal wear. In circulation condition, the 1980 Washington quarter might not look pristine, but that doesn't diminish its value. Circulated coins typically show signs of wear and tear, scratches, dull surfaces, and even discoloration. However, collectors value them for their historical context and connection to everyday transaction. While uncirculated quarters command higher prices, the circulated 1980 quarters have gained attention in recent years due to their rarity in certain grades. As many coins were spent or lost over time, those that remain intact are becoming increasingly sought after. So, what's the market value of the 1980 Washington quarter with a P mint mark today? In circulated condition, you can typically find these coins ranging from $300,000. However, depending on their condition and the current demand, some may even fetch up to $600,000 or more at auctions or coin shows. Factors that affect the price include the overall demand among collectors, the coin's condition, and its scarcity in the marketplace. If you happen to have one of these coins in good condition, it could be a great addition to your collection or even a valuable trade. For collectors looking to buy or sell a 1980 Washington quarter, here are some tips to keep in mind. First, always check the condition of the coin. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for details like mint marks, scratches, or any signs of wears. Secondly, store your coins properly in coin holders or flips to prevent further damage. This will help maintain their value over time. Finally, keep an eye on the market trends. Prices can fluctuate, so being informed will give you an edge in your collecting journey. In conclusion, the 1980 Washington quarter with a P mint mark might just be a simple coin, but it embodies a piece of our nation's history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual enthusiast, keep your eyes peeled for these coins. You never know what you might find in your pocket change. Next up, the 1986 Washington quarter with a D mint mark. If you're a fan of numismatics or just curious about coin values, you're in the right place. Let's explore the history, characteristics, and current market value of this coin. First, let's take a quick trip back to 1986. This year was significant for various reasons, from the cultural phenomenon of the movie Top Gun to the launch of the first iteration of the Oprah Winfrey Show. But what about the coinage? The 1986 Washington quarter was part of a long-standing series that began in 1932 to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States. Now, let's break down the specifications of the 1986 Washington quarter with the D mint mark. This coin was produced by the Denver Mint. It has a composition of 91.67% copper and 8.333% nickel, giving it a unique weight of 6.25 grams. The diameter measures 24.26 mm, a standard size for quarters. The obverse features a detailed portrait of George Washington, while the reverse showcases an eagle with outstretched wings, a symbol of strength and freedom. When we refer to circulation condition, we're talking about coins that have been in regular use, which can lead to some wear and tear. The 1986 quarter, being in circulation condition, may show signs like scratches, discoloration, and wear on the details of Washington's portrait and the eagle on the reverse. It's important to note that coins in this condition typically have a lower value compared to those in mint or uncirculated condition. So, what's the market value of a 1986 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in circulation condition today? While this coin is relatively common, its value can vary based on factors such as demand, condition, and the current trends in the numismatic market. As of now, you can expect to see these coins valued at approximately $200,000. However, certain collector interests can drive prices higher if the coin has unique characteristics or if it's part of a larger, rare collection. Those of you interested in collecting, here are some tips for acquiring and assessing the value of your quarters. Always check the mint marks D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, and S for San Francisco. Also, consider the coin's condition. Using a grading scale from good to mint state will help you determine its worth. Finally, keep an eye on market trends by following numismatic forums and auctions to see how the values fluctuate over time. In conclusion, the 1986 Washington quarter with a D mint mark is a great addition to any collection, even in circulation condition. Its historical significance, combined with its accessibility, makes it a fantastic entry point for new collectors. Whether you're looking to invest or just enjoy the hobby, there's always something exciting about coins. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below about your own experiences with Washington quarters.